I was in your position just 2 years ago and I had no clue what to do. But fortunately, you have me, and I'm gonna walk you through how I personally changed my business address. And then I'm gonna walk you through how you can update your business address if you need to get it done in the next few weeks. Let me take you back 2 years ago. That's when I was like, I need to start taking my business seriously. I need to make sure I can get business funding. I also need to communicate a professional image to my clients and customers. And so because that was the case, it was time to move from having my personal address as my business address to protecting myself and using a virtual address. And so at that time, I needed to change my business address to a professional business address that wasn't my home address. And so in order to do that, I first needed to find a virtual office that was near me. Because I had already had my LLC formed, I needed to find a company that specialized in virtual offices. And through my research, that's when I found Alliance Virtual. It had good reviews on Trustpilot, and when I called a representative on the phone, they were able to answer my question. And so that gave me the green light to choose a virtual address with Alliance Virtual. And so at that time, because I had already filed my LLC paperwork with another address, I wasn't in a rush. And I knew that there was a way for me to update my business address with the Secretary of State and the IRS for free. So the way I was able to update my business address for free is because I updated my business address when I filed my annual report. And so in the state of Texas, as well as most states around the US, as business owners, we are required to file annual reports. In the state of Texas, business owners can file an annual report for free. And so within this annual report, you give details about your business, like your name, your business name, your business address, and how much revenue you made in your business the previous year. And so I knew that I could time it perfectly where I could get my virtual office a few weeks before I needed to submit the annual report. And so on the annual report, I included the updated business address. So check, now that the Secretary of State knew, it's now time to notify the IRS. And so I notified the IRS of my business address change when I went to file my taxes. And so 2 years ago, I did a tax extension, which let me have until October 15th to submit the previous year's tax return. So when I went to do my taxes, both personally and for my business, I included the updated business address. And so I was able to update my business address with my Secretary of State and the IRS without having to fill out any additional paperwork than the paperwork already required to do regular business in my business. Now let's talk about the faster way to update your business address. To update the business address, first with the IRS, I would need to fill out form 8822-B. It looks like this form right here. And all I would need to do is input the old address as well as the new address for my business. And so now that the IRS knows, let's inform the Secretary of State. And so in the state of Texas, in order to update my business address with the Secretary of State, I would need to go to the Texas Comptroller website. I would personally recommend calling your Secretary of State and asking them to walk you through the process of updating your business address. And so reaching out to your Secretary of State directly, as well as filling out form 8822-B, is a much quicker way to let the state and the IRS know that your business has changed. And once you do option 1 or 2, it's now time to let everybody else know. And so that everybody else includes banks, lenders, as well as customers. And so you want to let the banks know because they can send your business mail. Also, you want to let the lenders know because if there's inconsistencies with your business address, they might put a pause on the funding that they are going to give your business, which we don't want to have happen. And so you want to make sure your business address is consistent across the board. And then when it comes to your customers, it is required in email marketing communication that you include your business address at the very bottom of emails. And so you will need to make sure that business address on your website or in your emails is updated. And since I have you here, one more tip that you should do is update your business address in the 411 directory, as people can look your business up on there as well. And so you want to make sure across the board that your business address is updated. One important point to note is that I made a business address change 2 years ago. But now, starting January 1st of 2024, you must update your business address in the BOI report. The BOI report stands for the Beneficial Ownership Information Report, and you will file this report with FinCEN, which is the Financial Crimes Unit of the United States. And so anytime you make a business address change, you must notify FinCEN as well. If you do not, you can face severe fines and even jail time. And so let me know if you have any questions in the comments below, and make sure to check out this video so that you have the best business checking account for your business.